In a recent study, it was found that only 1 in 3 Canadian young adults who attended church weekly as a child still do so today. The growing number of young adults not associating with the faith of their youth seems to be increasing. So how does an organization that is focused on reaching out to that same age group keep the momentum going? Well, Patrick Erskine is here to tell us how. Welcome,
Thank you.
Patrick.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Tell us about Power to Change. That's the organization you work with.
Yeah, Power to Change Students is a ministry that is dedicated to helping students discover Jesus. So we're on campuses, on the ground, interacting directly face-to-face with students, helping them along in their faith journeys and answering the big questions that they have in life. And specifically, I work in the creative communications department, so we're engaging with students online, so creating blogs and videos and all that type of content. Yeah.
So I came to faith in university.
Cool.
But I know that that's sometimes the time when people actually walk away from their faith is
Yeah.
in university. What are some of the conversations you're having with young people?
Yeah, well, I think it's important for us to recognize that sometimes we're asking or answering questions that students aren't asking anymore, right? So when you're engaging with a student, it used to be like, oh, do you know who Jesus is? And would you like to get to know him? And students now, sometimes they just don't care. They're like, oh, there are bigger problems in the world. I don't need Jesus. Can we just talk about something that's important? The world is a mess. How about that?
Yeah.
So we're learning to pivot a little bit and start to understand that, it's all connected. Like social justice is connected to Christianity. That Jesus cares about the big things that are going on in the world, and we do too. So we're, answering questions that students have nowadays, like, what does it mean to be human? And why do we matter? What's the purpose in life? I mean, how do you navigate through this increasingly crazy world of ours?
Yeah.
So yeah, just meeting them on their level.
How did Jesus meet you on your level? How did that happen?
Yeah, you know what? I think university was a turning point for me. I knew it was when I was going to either walk away from my faith or I was going to go all in. It either meant everything or it meant nothing to me. And
Did you grow up in a Christian household?
Yeah, I did, but I think my faith was kind of default for me.
Yeah.
I went to church. I was a part of the youth group. I played in the worship band. I was as embedded as I possibly could have
The
been.
stereotypical Christian kid.
Exactly. Yeah, I was just surrounded by it, but I wasn't actually thinking about the deeper questions. And then when I started to get a little scared, realizing I didn't have the answer to these things. So when I got to university, I met students from Power to Change, and they helped have those real conversations with me. They addressed those concerns, and we actually started to hash it out. And it was at a point where I realized that in order to walk away from Jesus, I would have had to walk away from this very real person that I had known my entire life, and someone who is as real to me as you are sitting here right now. And it would have been to deny that totally in my mind. And I think Jesus didn't let go of me, so I was able to maintain my faith throughout university. And now I work for a Christian organization, so I'm back in.
So it sounds like you developed a relationship.
Yeah. It was more of a personal thing. Before, it was just kind of a list of rules and systems.
Yeah.
And then I realized that, God actually cares about me as an entire human being rather than just what I do and what I don't do.
So do you think, this next generation, we're talking the millennials and X, Y, I don't even know what they're called right now. Do you think they're interested in relationship? What are they interested in?
Yeah, I think as humans, we're always going to be interested in relationships. And I think that's why we need to have communities around us that, help challenge us and help us grow in the questions that we have in life. So yeah, I think relationships is always going to be important. But in university, it can be very easy to feel alone in a big crowd, right? So yeah.
You're having an event in Toronto soon. Tell us about that.
Yeah, P2C Plus is our conference that we have every year in the winter, and it's getting bigger every year. This year's no different. We have a huge band coming, King's Kaleidoscope, who I'm a big fan of. We have a lot of amazing speakers that are coming, 14 in total. I believe Lorna Duick, who is here.
Big honcho here, yeah.
She's going to be coming and speaking for us as well. We have over 90 different workshops that students can choose what to go to and what not to go to. And again, like I was saying, community-wise, it's such an important moment because especially as a Christian on campus, you can kind of start to feel alone and isolated a lot of times in your ministry and feel like, I'm a Christian in a sea of people who don't believe in what I do. Everything that I believe is countercultural. Yeah. So it's nice to be able to go to a place where, there are like-minded people and you can actually look at everyone around you and say, yeah, we're on the same page. I believe what you believe and we're on mission together. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Patrick, for your time.
Yeah, no problem.